what's happening, y'all? This is George Lamond. You're watching DMTV right here. Keep it locked, don't go nowhere. Peace.
If we gon' do it, let's do it together. We can make this night live on forever. If you feel free and you're down for whatever, put your hands up, put your hands up.
Tonight we came down to Cherry Hill to hang out at Top Dog, and we did before it's my man, a good friend of mine, Mike Rizzo, and a couple old friends, and I came down here to bless the house and do some good old freestyle and some of the new stuff that I have from back in the days, and also some new stuff. So, and the crowd loved it. Bad on the Heart was produced by Chris Barbosa and Mark Liggett on Lagosa Records. That record came out in 1987, and it was re-released back in 1989 through Columbia Records. They picked it up, it did really, really good on the independent scene, and they re-released it again. And it was just a group of producers that I've always wanted to work with, and I wound up hooking up with them. And ever since then, every other song that came out by George Lamond was produced by Chris Barbosa and Mark Liggett. And I was blessed to have them in my corner because those guys are genies. Filming the video for Bad on the Heart back in the days is totally different from what it is now. A lot of the software and the hardware is very user-friendly. It's not big and bulky, it's very tiny and small. Compared to what we had back then, we used to have to do a 2-day shoot. So, and there was a lot of money. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars spent in video production, you know? It was a learning experience. I loved it with the casting, the lights, the setting up. It was exciting, you know? I went through it, and it was what it was. And you know, we had outlets back then. We had MTV, Dance MTV, so we used to shoot it over there. Without You was a song written by Philip Andrew, a good friend of mine, and he had wrote this demo, and I remember it was a ballad, and we sped it up, and next thing you know, Chris Barbosa and them, they basically kept it the same as the demo. Yeah, they just cleaned it up a little, and it was one of my favorite freestyle songs ever. A lot of people really can relate to that song when they were going up to little breakups back in the days, you know. Well, freestyle was a movement back then. It was a life. It was a scene, just like the punk rock scene, the rock scene, the hip hop scene. You know, that was good. It was great. I loved it. I'm glad that I was a part of it. And it's gone, you know. But a lot of people are still holding on to it. They still want to go back and reminisce how it was back in the days, and nights like this, I bring a little piece to them, and I love it. I love the fact that I can take them back in time for a temporary, have a good time. So, but as it is from now, it's totally changed. It's not freestyle anymore. It's a totally different scene. I love what's happening now, and it's a lot more and more dance oriented. When I say dance oriented, it's a lot more club oriented, more DJ oriented. And that's what I like, because the DJs are starting to get the light. Now, back then it was the artists getting the light, the DJs are getting the light now. Now we're friends, but back then we were young, we were cocky, we couldn't stand each other. We were like, it was kind of funny actually. But we thought that we ruled the world. We thought that we were indestructible, that we were gonna live forever. So, we had a little beef, but there's money for everybody, there's a big stage, and we all love each other now, we're part of the family. But me, Stevie, and Johnny had little problems back in the days, but that's all in the past, and I got kids now, and I don't have time for that crap, so. Dance music, it's what I love, it's who I am, it's what I've become, and it's part of my family, so. Dance music today, again, it's all DJ oriented, a lot of DJs that get the light, there's a lot of young, talented cats out there, like, David Guetta and will.i.am, and they're just getting their foot on it, and I'm glad they're getting what they deserve. DJs, it always starts with the clubs. If it doesn't start a club, it ain't going nowhere. My difference, I'm being with a major label back then, is money. Everybody was pretty much feeding you with a silver spoon, and they're not there anymore. So you gotta go out and hustle and do it yourself, which is easy on my part because I learned from them, a lot of big names that I was mentored by, and it's changed dramatically. Where you got to take matters into your own hands, make those phone calls, and you got to go to those conventions, and you got to go to those club parties, and hit the DJs with the records and keep hitting them. And with the social media right now, it helps a Lamond is we're recording a new Spanish album because I also do Spanish music. So being that I'm of Puerto Rican descent, I also record Spanish music. So I'm recording a new Spanish record with a group that I formed with another singer called New York Express, called Louis Lamond. The group is called New York Express, but I'm also going to record my own stuff also, and then I'm going to go back to the studio to push a new single for my stuff on G2 Music, which is a label that I started with Giuseppe D.
Sexy, sexy.